The Nigerian elections were filled with controversy this weekend. Voter reader cards did not function properly, leading to frustration for people who turned up to make their mark. Now, speaking on this issue, we're joined from our Pretoria studios by a political analyst, Martin Ewi, to discuss the current situation and the way forward for Nigeria. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Good morning.
Now, international observers have hailed the polls. The likes of the United Nations and regional body ECOWAS have praised the way in which these polls were conducted. In your opinion, though, were they free and were they fair?
I think the polls went beyond expectations. Many people were predicting widespread violence. Others were predicting a catastrophe, meaning that nothing at all will work because either Boko Haram will have to kill everyone or Nigerians will get frustrated with the process. But I think that the Nigerians showed more maturity and the extraordinary patience that they exercised at the polling station was just unbelievable. Especially, the electronic card readers, which some people had, or everyone had to go to the polling station way ahead of time to be able to have that card reader checked and then come back to do your election. So the patience that Nigerians demonstrated really showed that there was some sort of a strong commitment on the part of every Nigerian to vote. And we have also seen that, yes, the elections were like any Nigerian elections. There were pockets of violence. I counted at least 10 states where there were some major violence, but not violence that disrupted the elections in the state, but some polling stations. And then we also had the problem of people snatching ballot boxes and so on. But again, these are familiar scenes in Nigerian elections. So nothing really extraordinary, but it went beyond the expectations of everyone.
The fact that those issues that you've highlighted have become a custom during elections in Nigeria, does that make them correct? The technical glitches that were experienced, the violence, as you've mentioned, what we do know in a suspected Boko Haram incident, 20-odd people have died, although you said it was not widespread, it's 20-odd too much, one would say. But was Nigeria ready for these elections? If this is how previous elections had been run, should you not have made sure that checks and balances are in place, that norms and standards are set up so that it is an improvement from previous elections, if that is the case?
Yes, a significant improvement. Again, we are comparing it if the elections were to take place on 14 February, which was the original date for the elections. I don't think that the Nigerians who were able to vote yesterday or over the weekend could have been able to vote. In Bono, we also saw IDPs, internally displaced persons, voting. We had some refugees come back to vote. We had votes in Bono, in Yobe, Adamawa. These were provinces that, these were states that initially one would never have thought of elections holding there. We know Boko Haram still attack Bono. They also attacked Gombe, where they killed more than 30 people in the two states. But that was that was expected in my view. And the violence was not that widespread. So the fact that we had a considerable number of people, I think way more than the majority, voting peacefully and in an orderly manner, I think that the elections were successful.
All right, let's leave that there, at least for now, and discuss Nigerians on the diaspora. Please correct me if I'm wrong or misinformed. I do understand that Nigerians who are outside of the country were not permitted to cast their ballots. Any particular reason for that, and are there any changes to that particular legislation anytime soon?
Well, I think it's also the way the elections this time were set up that the Nigerians abroad could not vote. Yes, it was really a pity because we have many Nigerians, I think over 2 million who are abroad, 12 million actually, 12 million Nigerians who are in the diaspora could not cast their vote. And this is a powerful voice. This is almost the voice of most of those voting in the north. So, but again, you know, we hope that in the future, once everything is put in place, the infrastructures are put in place for Nigerians abroad to vote, it will actually bring in a very powerful and silent voice of Nigerians.
All right, let's leave it there, at least for now. Thank you so much for having joined us, a political analyst there, Martin Ewi, discussing the situation in Nigeria. Of course, those results expected any time from later today. Tomorrow is what we're hearing as well, but a strong suggestion that by the close of business or by the end of today, we might have an announcement on who the next president of Nigeria will be. Will it be incumbent Goodluck Jonathan or the contender there, Muhammadu Buhari? More in just a moment. Up next.